Hey boys and girls, here we are, Chapter 3, Lesson 4, Multiply using partial products. Okay, now this is where, let's take a look at number 2. We have 56 times 32. So we're multiplying a 2-digit number, 56, by another 2-digit number, 32. Now, you are accustomed to using partial products when you make them with the rectangles when you have 1 digit times 2 digits, but now we have 2 digits times 2 digits. Okay, so we're going to have to break apart both 56 and 32, and we're going to break them apart by place value. Okay, so on this side with the rows, since it's shorter, we'll make that one 32. Okay, so I'm going to break apart 32 into 30 and 2. Okay, because 30 plus 2 is 32. And I'm going to draw a line right there. So up here I have 30. Up here I have 30 rows, and here I have 2 rows, 32 rows, just separated by this line. And that line is going to separate our partial products. Now we have 56. So I'm going to break that apart by place value. 50 and 6, because 50 plus 6 is 56, right? So we haven't changed the value of anything. We just broke it apart. So we are going to multiply each part of 32 by each part of 56. So let's start with this big section right in here. Okay, we have 30 rows of 50, 30 rows of 50. Okay, now you are so good at this by now. 3 times 5 is 15, and then 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so the first partial product is 1,500. Okay, we're going to have a list right here under the problem. Okay, so let's do this section next, right there. And you can do them in any order that you want, boys and girls, okay? So I can see that there are 6 in each row, but how many rows are there? Think of parallel lines and the properties of a rectangle. If that's 30, then that's also 30. So this section is 30 rows of 6. 3 times 6 is 18, and kaboom, there's a 0, there's a 0. Okay, so our second partial product is 180. All right, let's move down here. We have 2 rows right there, but how many are in each row? I'm looking for a parallel line. There's one right up there, and so we know that that line is 50 in each row. 2 rows of, if that line's 50, then that line is 50, because these are rectangles. Okay, 2 rows of 50, you know that that is 100, right? That's one of those facts you have tucked away in your head, right? 2 sets of 50 is 100. Now we have one left over here, this little guy right here. Now that doesn't have any numbers around it at all, does it? So we need to look how many are in each row. Oh, look right up there. If there are 6 in this row, there are also 6 in that row. And same right here. Look, if there are 2 in this row, It's the same row, really. There are 2 in that row. So we have 2 rows of 6, and 2 times 6 is 12. That's our 4th partial product. So since those are all parts of the product, right, answer to multiplication, what do we have to do to the parts? Add them together. 0 plus 0 plus 0, 2. Okay, 8 plus 1 is 9. 5, 6, 7, and then 1. So 56 times 32 is 1,792. All right, let's keep going. Now we are on number 8. I popped down here to number 8. Okay, so we have 86 times 84. Okay, we're going to break apart these numbers. I always put the one that's less over here. We're breaking apart 84 into 80 and 4, right? So we still have 84 rows. We just broke them apart into 84. Into 80 and 4. Now 86 in each row, breaking apart 86, 80 and 6. We still have 86 in each row, but we broke it apart into 80 and 6. There we go. Okay, so let's find out what our partial products are this time. It's always nice to start with the big guy, right? 80 rows of 80. Okay, what's 8 times 8? If you don't know 8 times 8, you can list your multiples of 8, like 8, 16, 24, okay? Or you can go 8 times 5, because you know that one. 8 times 5 is 40, and then count on 3 more sets of 8, okay? Don't just freeze at 8 times 8, though, because you know it. So 8 times 8 is 64. 1, 2, 1, 2. Woo, that's a big one to start with. 6,400 is our first partial product. All right, let's go to this box. How many rows are there? It's the same number of rows that were there, 80. 80 rows of, how many are in each row? 6. 8 times 6. Oh, see, now if you had your 8s listed over here, you could just go 8 times 1, 2, 3, and count down to 8 times 6. Or 8 times 5 is 40. Another set of 8 is 48. Okay, don't just give up on your times tables and guess. If you don't know your multiplication fact, think of a strategy that works for you and use it. Okay, so 80 times 6 is 480. All right, moving along, we're going to go down to this box. 4 rows of, can you find how many are in that row? Let's see, where's a parallel line? There's one with a label, 80. 4 rows of 80. My goodness, the 8s are everywhere, aren't they? The 8 times tables. So 4 times 8. Now I use 2 times 8 because I know that's 16. I double my 2's to get my 4's. So if I double 16, I know that's 32. And there's a 0. So that's our third partial product. And then we have this little precious over here. Okay? Where are those numbers? Find the line that's parallel to this one. There it is. 4 rows of, there it is, 6. 4 rows of 6. 4 times 6. Oh, there's another 4. Let's see, 2 times 6 is 12. So if I double 12, I get my 4's. So that fourth partial product is 24. What do we do with our partial products? Add them together for the final product. Okay, there's 4 in the ones place. Well, look at that. We can make a 10 there. 8 plus 2 is 10, and 2 more is 12. Okay, oh, there's a double, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and then 6 plus 1 is 7. So 86 times 84 is 7,224. That was a big one, huh? Okay, we're looking at the bottom into problem solving now. All right, so I'm reading number 13. You guys read along, okay? Joe wants to use the hiking club's funds to purchase new walking sticks for each of its 19 members. The sticks cost $26 each. The club has $480. Is this enough money to buy each member a new walking stick? If not, how much more money is needed? Well, that was a long problem, wasn't it? So you know what I'm going to do, don't you? Reread it. Okay? So what is Joe doing here? Joe, he wants to use the hiking club's funds. That means their money. Okay? He wants to use their money to purchase or buy. He wants to buy new walking sticks for every of its 19 members. So Joe wants to buy 19 walking sticks one for each person. Okay, got that. Okay, the sticks cost $26 each. Okay, so we know there are 19 people. Each stick costs $26. And then the club has $480. So those are the club's funds. Okay, that's how much money Joe has to spend. And so what are they asking us? Is this enough money to buy each member a new walking stick? If not, okay, so that's going to be a yes or no. And then if not, how much more money is needed? So we have 2 questions here to answer at the end. All right, so what we need to find out is $480 enough to buy 19 walking sticks that each cost $26. Okay, so I guess we need to find out how much 19 walking sticks will cost. So 19 times 26. What do you think of that, boys and girls? 19 people, 19 sticks that cost $26. That will give us the total Joe will spend if he has enough money, right? All right, so let's find out. 19 sets of 26. All right, so we're going to put the 19 over here on the short side because that's smaller. That's just always how I do it. Okay, we just broke apart 19 into 10 and 9 because that's the same as 19. Now we're going to break apart 26 by place value into 20 and 6. Okay, so we right now are finding out how much it will cost Joe to buy 19 walking sticks if they each cost $26. Okay, so let's see. This section is 10 rows of 20. Oh, I know that. That's mental math, right? 10 rows of 20. I can do 1 times 2 is 2, 2 zeros. So that's our first partial product. Okay, I'm going to have to squeeze these in over here. I'm going to start right here. That's our first partial product, 200. Okay, now we'll go over to this section. How many rows of 6? Where do we find that? Look for a parallel line that has a label. There we go. 10 rows of 6. Oh, that's mental math again. Isn't 10 the greatest number? 60. Okay, 10 times 6 is 60. That's our second partial product. Now let's go down here. 9 rows of what? There we go. 9 rows of 20. So 9 times 2, 18. And 0, 180. That'll be our third partial product. And then right here, that's where we multiply the ones. Okay? So what number? That's right. Go right on over. Find your parallel line because that'll have the label. I'm going to write it down here because I can't really fit it. 9 rows of, what number goes with this line? That's right. 9 rows of 6. 9 times 6. Oh my goodness. Are you using your 9s trick? Put your 10 fingers up, put your 6th finger down, and that finger that's down separates the 10s and the 1s. Okay, so it's 54. Oh, I didn't write it. There we go. That's our fourth partial product. As you know, we have to add up the partial products. Okay, so 0, 0, 0, 4. Awesome. Oh my goodness, 6, 8, and 5. None of those are my favorites to add. Well, 5 plus 6 is 11. I know that. So 11 plus 8. Okay, that's 19. And then 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's money. So if Joe wants to buy everyone a new walking stick, it's going to cost him $494. Okay, now I'll have to go back again. Is this enough money to buy each member a new walking stick? Is what enough money? Oh, that's right. Look, that $480. Is that $480 enough? Let me see. What do you think, guys? Right here. It's not enough, is it? So the first part of our answer is, whoops, I got to change color here. The first part of our answer is no. It is not enough money. Okay? And then the second part says, if not, how much more money is needed? Wait, let me see if we need to write more. Yeah. Okay. How much more money is needed? So if he has 480 and he needs 494, we need to find the difference between those two numbers. Okay? And difference, that means subtract. Okay? The difference will be how much more he needs. That's what difference is. Okay, 4 minus 0 is 4. 9 minus 8 is 1. Oh, Joe, you're so close. So he will need how many more dollars? 14 more dollars. Maybe someone will make a donation. Okay? So guys, that was 2 parts. No, he doesn't have enough money, and he will need 14 more dollars because the walking sticks are going to cost $494. Just go to the woods, right? Find a stick. Free. All right, just a suggestion. Okay, here we go, guys. This is on the back, a little practice on the back, multiple choice, right? Number 2. What are the partial products of 42 times 28? This is going to be the third one of these that we've done. So I know you guys are killing it right now. All right, like I always say, I put the smaller one there just because it's a smaller side. Okay, 20 plus 8 is 28. So that's how many rows we have. And then breaking apart 40 and 2, it's 42. So we're going to get our 4 partial products. Here's another beautiful mental math situation. 4 times 2 is 8, 0, 0. So our first partial product is 800. And let us go to, let's see. I guess we can go down here to this box. 8 rows of 40. 8 rows of 40. 8 times 4. Oh my goodness, we just did 8 times 4. Remember in the last, or the problem before this, 2 problems ago, 8 times 4. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 4, double 16. 320, or 32, and then add the 0. Next partial product. All right, let's move up here. How many rows? Where do we find that? Parallel line. 20 rows of 2. Awesome. More mental math. 40. And then ring-a-ding-ding, this little guy. Okay, remember 8. Find that parallel line. Rows of 2. Okay, what's 8 times 2? 16. You don't even have to add these, boys and girls, because all they wanted you to figure out was the list of partial products. Okay, so let's see which one is a match. 800. Okay, these first 3 have 800, so you're out. 320. Oh, there's 320. Oh, that's the only one with 320. Well, let's check the rest of it. 40 and 16. Yes, C. You are the winner. Okay, friends. Down in spiral review. Washington, now read along, read along. Washington Elementary has 232 students. Washington High has 6 times as many students. How many students does Washington High have? So Washington Elementary has 232. Washington High, meaning like Washington High School, has 6 times as many. So we need 6 sets of 232 to get the number of students in Washington High, okay, or high school. So let's see, 6 times 2 is 12. We're regrouping. 6 times 3 is 18, plus our friend up there, 19. 6 times 2 again is 12, plus one more is 13. So Washington High School has 1,392 students. Well, these seem so quick now compared to the ones we've been doing, right? Awesome work. All right, let's see. What are the partial products of 35 times 7? Oh, this is great. So we're going to go back and remember how to do it with just a single digit, and then 30 and 5. Right? There's no other line going that way because it's just a 7. You don't need to break apart a 7. Okay, so 7 times 3 is 21. Add on a 0. And then 7 times 5, oh, that's a nice basic fact, is 35. Let's see, partial product, look over here. 10 and 12, what? 21 and 35, oh, you see how they're trying to trick you? Yeah, we're not going to forget about that 0 right there. So, 210, oh, there we go. 210 and 35. Okay, you guys, fantastic. See you later.